Okay, a quick development update here. This is still a work in progress, but I wanted to share trimming, which is what I've been working on recently. Had a little bit of time this weekend and this evening. Now that it's Monday evening again, had some time to devote to this. So let's go ahead and grow the tree out here a little bit. Out one, two, and then three, maybe one more time. Okay, so there's a good size tree, and you notice there was some strange stuff that happened there. You'll see that in a minute, but that's my system for debugging what's happening. So what we have here is a tree, and look at some video from before. Here's some video showing the way trimming worked before. You could see I was doing these like diagonal lines. There wasn't really a lot of control, wasn't really trimming. I was just kind of carving the mesh, splitting it almost like a Fruit Ninja style, splitting the mesh. Now what I wanted to do was add a little bit more finer control. So what you'll see here is as I get closer to this, I'm now I have the ability to see these little points. This is my debugging to be able to see these cut points. And so what I'm doing here is I'm tracking these points, and these points refer back to the original L system. And so the idea that I've got here is that if I record the location in the L system for where this branch is located, then if I trim this, not only will I be able to graphically show the mesh being cut, but also be able to then when I grow at the next stage, have growth be appropriate given the fact that a piece of the bush, in this case, has been trimmed. And so the additional piece I needed to do here was ensure that this also worked for fruit. So if you had a bunch of fruit that were up here, and that's not actually in the mesh, they're a separate game objects that they fall to the floor correctly. So I've got that working as well. But what I want to show out here is this first individual trimming. So I'm going to go ahead and trim a couple pieces here. The idea would be maybe I only want this vertical piece here. Maybe over here I want to cut the vertical piece. And cut that one as well. And so what I've got here is the ability to cut pieces. And maybe I want this to come in here. And maybe I want these to kind of come up this way. You can kind of get artistic in the way you want to shape the tree, for example. Maybe cut these off here. And so you get the idea. So the idea is going through trimming the pieces you want to trim, and then being able to grow as the tree grows out, sculpt, if you will. And so that's the goal. There are still some issues to fix out here. Get the right graphics in place. Get a cutting instrument in my hand instead of just my hand. But basically this kind of proves that there's definitely something here that has a chance to work. Number of other fixes as well. Currently, these stems are made up of four sides. I got the ability to either increase or decrease those at will. And what that will do is I will be able to theoretically build multiple meshes, have different LODs, and then be able to show the appropriate LOD based on how far you're away. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but that's the idea with that. But yeah, pretty cool.